It was 2:15 in the morning when my phone lit up the darkness. I reached for it half asleep, expecting the usual short message, "I'm on my way home." Instead, the words on the screen hit like cold water. "If you don't like it, break up with me." Below the sentence was a blurry photo, neon lights, crowded dance floor, laughing faces pressed close together. No explanation. No, sorry. Just defiance in 12 words and one careless picture. I sat up slowly. My heart was loud, but strangely my mind was quiet. Very quiet. This wasn't a mistake. This wasn't, I drank too much and sent the wrong thing. This was a dare. An invitation to fight, to beg, to explode, to prove how much I still cared. For months the signs had been there, soft at first, then louder, late nights, that never had good reasons, conversations that became shorter every week. The slow death of small respects, the way she used to text when she was coming home, the way she used to ask if I was okay when I was quiet. All of it replaced with something colder. Something entitlement. Looked at the message again. I waited for the hot rush of anger. It didn't come. What came instead was something heavier and clearer. I was tired. Not just tired of tonight. Tired of the game. Tired of being tested to see how much disrespect I would swallow before I finally said something. I didn't type back. I didn't call. I simply placed the phone face down on the nightstand and sat in the dark for a long minute, listening to the soft hum of the house. Then I stood up, walked barefoot into the living room, turned on the small corner lamp. I looked around. Our photos on the wall. Her favorite throw blanket folded on the armchair. My shoes next to hers by the door. All the little proofs of a shared life. And for the first time, they felt uneven, like only one person was still carrying the weight. I went back to the bedroom, opened the nightstand drawer, took out my wedding ring. I held it for a second, not dramatic, not angry, just looking at it. Then I placed it carefully on her side of the bed, right beside her empty pillow. I took one photo. Nothing fancy, just the ring, clearly visible, resting exactly where she should have been. No caption, no explanation. I sent it. That was all. I put the phone down and waited. The silence felt bigger than the room. 7 minutes later the phone started shaking. Call after call. Messages piling up. What is that supposed to mean? Are you serious right now? Hello? Please answer me. I didn't reply, because the picture had already said everything that needed to be said. At 2:32 a.m. there was frantic knocking on the front door. Not the usual tired tap. Real panic. When I opened it, she stood there frozen. Club makeup smudged under her eyes. Jacket hanging half off one shoulder. Hair messy from dancing. She looked past me into the house like maybe the photo was a prank, like I would laugh and say, "Got you." I stepped aside quietly, let her walk in. She saw the ring immediately. Same place, same angle. Reality landed like a stone. The confidence from the nightclub disappeared in seconds. Her shoulders dropped. Her voice became small. "What was that?" she whispered. "Why would you send me that?" I answered calmly, almost gently. "You told me if I don't like it, I should break up with you." A long pause. "I believed you." Those 5 words broke something inside her. She started talking fast, explanations, excuses, promises, everything at once. She was drunk. She was angry. She was just trying to get a reaction. She didn't mean it. She never thought I would actually do anything. I listened. I let her finish every sentence. Then I said quietly, "Respect doesn't stop existing because someone had a few drinks. Boundaries don't disappear because it's late. The message you sent at 2:15 wasn't a joke. It was a line. And once that line is crossed, regret doesn't automatically erase it." She cried then. Really cried. Not the kind of crying that wants comfort. The kind that finally understands there might not be any left to give. We sat on opposite ends of the couch. The adrenaline slowly left both of us. She asked the question nobody wants to hear at 3 a.m. "Are you really done?" I didn't answer right away. Instead I said something very simple. "I won't compete with the nightclub for my own marriage." That sentence ended every excuse she had left. She cried harder. She finally realized something she had never believed before. My silence wasn't weakness. My patience wasn't endless. The days that followed were quiet, heavy, honest. We talked, sometimes painfully. I didn't rush forgiveness. I didn't promise anything. I just stayed clear. Friends later asked how I stayed so calm that night. They thought I must have been furious inside. But the truth is simpler and sadder. I was calm because I was already exhausted. Calm because I had nothing left to prove. Calm because I finally chose myself instead of the fight. That night taught me something I wish I never had to learn. People sometimes push the hardest boundaries, not because they want freedom, but because deep down they don't believe you'll actually walk away. When they realize you can and you will, the confidence vanishes in seconds. Panic takes its place. At 2:15 a.m. she dared me. She thought a drunk message from a loud place carried no real weight. She was wrong. One quiet photo, sent without anger, carried more truth than any shouted argument ever could. And when she stood at our door minutes later, shocked, small, and prepared, I saw how fragile entitlement really is. That night I learned the hardest lesson of all: you don't need to raise your voice to be heard. Sometimes the quietest response delivers the loudest reality. And once reality finally arrives, nothing is ever the same again.